Yo, what is up YouTube? It is your boy here, Carrot Fiber, aka the Real Ric Flair, and today I'm back with yet another gaming video. And today we're going to be playing Ehrgeiz for the PS1. Now this is a Final Fantasy fighting game, slash, what would you want to call it? Let's see, Dungeon Explorer. So right through here, I'm going to start off with the actual fighting part of it. And then we're going to come down here and I'm going to show you the mini games that you can do. And then, last but least, we're going to actually do the actual dungeon crawling RPG game of it. So let's go ahead and jump into this right here. And you have to unlock a lot of characters too. Pretty much the whole Final Fantasy VII library of game characters is on here. And you got arcade mode, versus mode, practice, options, and exit. So let's go ahead and do arcade mode. Now I played this game like 20 years ago is when I first discovered this game, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And it took me a long time to find it again. So as you see here, you have tons of other PlayStation characters as well. But we're focusing more on the Final Fantasy today. You got Sephiroth, you got Tifa, Lockhart, and Cloud Strife. Tons more characters, but you do have to unlock some as you go. So I'm going to pick Cloud. In this, you also have full range of the environment during this fighting thing. Also, you have weapons, guns, landmines, you name it. You have to be quite quick to pull out the sword, but once you get Cloud's sword out, it's pretty OP. But also, you have to be careful because these people on here are pretty good. And if you get hit once while trying to pull out the sword, you're cooked. It puts it right back up. I'm just gonna beat him into a corner. There we go, we got the sword out now, let's go. See how I'm just whapping him across the map with it? It's got that reach to it. That's a pretty OP weapon. The graphics on this game are pretty flawless as well too. There's a lot this game has to offer, and I don't think it ever got the traction that it deserved for sure. She's a pretty OP character too, considering the fact that she's so low to the ground, you can't really hit her when she's in that animal form. I think third level, you'll get to see some landmines being used, which is pretty cool. Now watch how Cloud leaves this area. I thought this was kind of neat too. By a helicopter, that's kind of cool. So we're gonna do one more round of the fighting just to give you a good feel for the game. Now this is really strong here. See how he used the pistol? You see how you can just jump all around the whole environment here? He also lays the landmines, which I'm trying to get him to do. Yep, he blapped me. There we go, he laid a landmine. That is super cool. For a fighting game. He just runs down the stairs and goes to the door. See, how neat is that? Alright, so let's now go try out the mini games I was telling you about at the beginning. So let's do that. Alright, so we're back at the menu now. And we're down here at the mini games. You got Infinite Battle, Battle Runner, Battle Beach, and Battle Panel. which is kind of neat too. I'll show you that. It's basically like a landmine game. But let's do Battle Runner first. And these are pretty cool as well. These little mini games. The beach one I think is probably my favorite. So let's go ahead and jump into this one here. And you already know I'm going to be Cloud. And then you got climbing loops, you got Mobius loops, and then you got the basic loop, which is the ring. So we're going to do that. I didn't mean to do 10 laps. We won't do the whole 10. But you'll get a kick out of this. This is kind of cool. And you can also fight during this too. So you can attack each other to try to win the race quicker. But running straight in a line, like this right here, isn't really going to help. You need to be getting this stuff too. So just fighting isn't going to help, and just running isn't. Also, sometimes the maps change. Well, like, not the maps, but the directions will change on you. So you gotta be careful for that, too. There you have it. So let's do the beach one now. The beach one's pretty cool. Alright, so now we are at the beach one, and we're gonna be Cloud again. I like Cloud, so that's why I'm keep picking him. And I think he'll be fighting, well, battling Rod Hand or Sephiroth, one of the two. Let's see. Oh, nope, completely different. Oh, I started too soon. Dang it. He beat me. Isn't this fun though? You would not have expected this game as a kid. You really wouldn't have. You wouldn't have expected this game to have so much stuff you can do in it. I really wish this game would have got the attention it deserved, for sure. Ah, oh, I messed up. Come on, Cloud, jump! When I tell you to jump! Ah, I lost that one too. Oh well, what are you gonna do? He won. See how cool this is? I mean, the graphic is impressive too. So now let's go ahead and do the Dungeon Explorer. Alright, so here we are. Now we're doing the Dungeon Explorer part. And you get to be a guy and a girl, so you get two characters on here. I cannot remember their name, but let's do this. Normal mode. And this gives you a little backstory to it all here. And there we go. We'll skip the rest of that right there. So right here, you're just basically running out of here, and your guys are going to pass out, and somebody's going to find us and put us in a nice little motel. It's very nice of them. And at the moment, you can't do any punching or anything like that. But if you look, graphically, it's pretty nice. Boom, here we go. Now we wake up in the motel room. Which I thought was pretty cool. And you could talk to people by simply just hitting the triangle or O button. Let me check here. I think we'll go down here and talk to the clerk. I remember this. And that's where he tells you that you were found, people brought you to the outskirts of town, you know, whatnot. Skip all of this. A lot of this is needed, though, so we're going to back out of that. And I'm going to explore the town first, show y'all what all this is about, has to offer. You still can't swing or nothing yet because we're up above ground. So, if you walk around, you have different access points to this dungeon as well. You want to be careful of which ones you go in because they're insanely hard, some of them are. So we go over here, and you can talk to people. Hitting the X button will do just fine. You can buy stuff, talk, sell. So if you talk, boom, talks about the traveling. Buying, this is the food. Which when you're in the dungeon, you will come across plenty of weapons and armor and food for every enemy you defeat. They will drop something. You hit the X button, you can go into doors as well. I believe this is the armor. Yeah, here we go, the armor. Now, what's really cool about this game too is, you see how right now his clothes, his shield and everything. Let's go ahead and buy from this guy. We're gonna buy this helmet here. And this is what I really think is cool about this game as well too. You hit your start button. You equip this stuff by just clicking on it and equipping it. And see how you level up. You do level up in this game just like any other Final Fantasy game, RPG game, whatnot. Now you can bundle your gold and have 100s, you know, or you can have 84. But once you hit 100, it starts a new pile, so be careful with that. But look at his head now. It actually pops up on his body, you know, whatever weapon you pick, armor you pick, whatever, it shows it, which I really like that. Right down here, if you jump down in this tunnel, you're not going to be able to fight this monster right off the bat. Of course not. Because this guy is big. And this guy is strong. But here you have it. One of the enemies. Let's get out of there. I just wanted to show you all that. So don't go down in there. If you play this game, do not go down there right off the bat. Your square button is going to be your attack and all that good stuff. Your L1 is your jump. Yeah, I do believe you can jump. Yeah, you can jump outside of the dungeons. But let's go on up here so we can explore more of the town, just so you get a good feel of what all this game has to offer and everything. This guy here teaches you about the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, basic tips. Dungeon survival, basic physical attacks, magic attacks, guards and jumps, recovering. Saving is one that's going to take you a minute to figure out. It took me a while. If you wish to interrupt your event, you can save at any point. There you go, you hit start and select, and it pulls that up right there. So there you have that. Now let's go over here and explore more before we go into our first dungeon. You really want to watch which ones you do, because like I said, they do vary in difficulty, and they are long too, so they're not very short dungeons, nothing like that. You can repair your stuff here, and you can combine items and such like that at the blacksmith shop. Really, if you want to get technical with it, you won't be needing too much of that, because it is, once you go down into the dungeons, it is very hard to find your way back out. Unless you just explore 1 or 2 rooms and remember your way back, and then leave, then come back. Fortune teller here is pretty cool. And she sells you these magic stones. Which, you know, I'm not really needing at the moment, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. 40 gil, let's spend that. Bam. Also, you tire. You do wear out. You have your health bar down there on the left, and you have your stamina. So, once you wear out, you will need to find food or something to bring your health back up. Potions, your stamina. If you go into this one first, this one is insanely hard, so you're not going to want to go in here. Right off the bat, at least. You want to go all the way to the top and enter that way. But, as you see, we can go forward, but we're going to actually back out of that one. Because I am going to show you the battling, but if I go in there right now at this level with this little puny sword and shield, we're gonna get folded. And we don't want that right off the bat. So let's go ahead and go in here. Now once you get folded up, you do have to basically restart because you become the female. So let's attack these mushrooms. Get them out of the way. X you can use to pick up stuff. The bone is going to be for your health and food and whatnot. Once you go into some rooms, the doors will lock and you have to keep battling and battling more and more enemies most of the time. And we'll do 4 rooms. We'll go into 4 rooms and fight. We just found a short sword. Let's do 5. There we go. There we go, we leveled up. And right here is dungeon grass, which is basically like for your health and your stamina. And of course, the further and further you explore, the more you level up, obviously. We got a shake. One more room and we're gonna find our way back out. Meat. More food, mushrooms, one more. I keep saying one more and we're gonna back out, but you know. What's that? Oh, wow, nice, let's go. We found a plate of armor. Dragon wing and armor. Alright, let's put the armor on. Also, the durability, look at that, that's pretty cool looking. The durability of items decrease every time you fight, all that good stuff. Your armor does too, so. Another short sword. Okay, we're gonna do one more room and then we're dipping out of here. Magic stone? We'll take that. One more, I can't stop. I'm enjoying it too much. It's a very fun game. Ooh, what do we get there? Alright, so his health, oh, we're maxed out. Okay, so his health isn't that low. But right now, we're going to eat to bring up his stuff. And as you see, his stamina is getting a little lower, which we can easily fix with these right here. So, we're not too concerned with that. Alright, now we're getting a little too far in. So we'll go over to this area and then work our way back out of the dungeon. I've been trying to remember where everything's at, where all we've been. So that way we don't mess up and get stuck. Recipe book, let's go. Alright, now let's get out of here. Let's leave the dungeon. Hopefully we can fight some enemies on the way back though. Yeah, sweet. I do want to level up. Oh, the weapon is getting dull. You see that right there where it's about to break. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can discard that. Weapon attack 1, durability. Okay, so we got the short sword, lost axe. Let's use that. Oh, you see that range on that thing? Yeah. Also, as it did in the actual battling, you know how we were doing the versus mode a minute ago? Range and reach do play a part into this game. So if something has a lot of reach, it's going to do more. You know, it's going to get more enemies. You're going to be able to fight longer and harder with it. Dungeon grass. We don't really need none of that. I'm glad we was able to figure our way back out too. This is a tough game. But this doesn't mean that we can go into the other rooms. But we'll go to this side real quick. If we leave this dungeon and try to go into another one, it's going to be severely hard. They don't interconnect the way you think they would. So just because you're whooping up on people up here in this dungeon does not mean any of the other dungeons you will be able to do the same. What is this? Oh, we're already maxed out again. Okay, well, let's go ahead and eat. That works. What is this? Oh, leather shield. Okay. I'm really just trying to get my XP up by doing all this. Green jelly, that works for me. I love the range of this axe. There's so many weapons in this game too. Like, just because you think you found one that you like. Oh, there we go. Ah, crap. There. Picked up thunder. There we go. Magic abilities, gold. Alright, now let's get out of here and exit the dungeon completely. But like I was saying, does not mean that you can just whoop up on all these other enemies. Let's do one more room, just for fun. That works. Alright, so now let's go out here and get rid of some of these items that we found. So you see how that room was. We will do one more dungeon, just to give you a, show you that it's not as easy as you would think. Oh, we're not doing that. To go into different dungeons just because you level up a little bit. And to show you that they don't really interconnect. This is that lady's house. I think this is the lady's house. It is. Ah, get out of there. Look for the armor. I think this is it. Yeah, it is cool. Sell. And keep the small rod. Leather knuckles we're gonna keep. There we go. So we really don't need to buy weapons because, like you've seen, we found some. So let's go on and go up here, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna save before I do this, of course. But I'm gonna show you the difference in strengths and everything. And of course, it does cost money to save, which that ain't no big thing though. You get, like you seen when we was fighting, we get money like crazy, and then you can resell the items. Alright, and so now we're going to go down in here like I was showing. We're going to go into this one. We saved our game, so we're good to go. Now we're going to run through here and just jump into a fight. Might as well grab that meat. You might fare well a little bit first, but as you see, these guys are taking a lot more damage. They're not as easy as the other guy, as you can see. And of course, we're going to level up from that fight. Picked up fish, picked up coinage. See? We got the